December 2012, a reception participated by spokesmen for Moscow's military diplomatic corps, World War II veterans, members of the Board of Directors of the National Association of Unions of the Armed Forces Reserve Officers MEGAPIR, and the Russian Federation Public Chamber was held in Moscow at the headquarters of the International Advisory Committee. Fruitful talks and an exchange of opinions were focused on the development of international ties and a role that retired and reserve officers as well as veteran organizations play in strengthening military cooperation. Veterans of World War II, Marshal of the Soviet Union Dmitry Yazov, Artillery Marshal Vladimir Mikhalkin, and Fleet Admiral Alexei Sorokin were greeted by the participants of the event. I was in the U.S. Airborne Corps. The 82nd Division Brigade carried out exercises in North Carolina. It is a great honor for me to meet you. Representatives of more than 20 countries, military attaches and, which is extremely important for us, NATO military alliance member states and the former Warsaw Treaty participants are present here. The goal of our committee is to unite veteran organizations of similar blocs.
We do have veterans organizations. They are important for our memory, but not just memory, but also for the future. And I believe that we need to be talking together even more among our veterans as well.
Dear friends, we are pleased to welcome you at our headquarters. We are planning to organize a number of other events and would like to invite you to participate in them as well. President of the International Advisory Committee, A.N.Kanьшin, informed veterans and foreign military diplomats on activities carried out by the committee and the pace of work to prepare for the third session to take place in July 2013 in Kazakhstan. We believe the most important is to prevent wars and to pass on future generations, our children and grandchildren, an ability to friendship and communicate rather than to wage war. In March, our organization will mark the second anniversary. It unites 24 countries, and about half of them are represented by NATO alliance member states, and the second half consists of spokesmen for the former Warsaw Treaty. We'd like to show you a short documentary. The guests were shown a documentary on the Mission for Peace and Friendship, International Humanitarian Action, which was held by the Secretariat of the International Advisory Committee in cooperation with the Flag Officers Club of the Slovak Republic in May 2012 in Austria and Slovakia. The second session of the International Advisory Committee took place within the framework of the event. A presentation of the Officers' Fraternity Journal 3rd periodical, issued by the International Advisory Committee, was submitted as well. Here is a fresh edition of the magazine issued by our committee, and the documentary shown you is available here in Russian and English. Participants of the meeting highly appreciated the committee's activities and noted its important role to establish and maintain international ties and contacts, not at the state level, but in a form of people's diplomacy.
It is extremely positive. Anything that we can all do as veterans to work together, to speak together, to cooperate together, to prevent conflict in the future.
A number of participants of the meeting were decorated with the Officers' Solidarity Medal of the International Advisory Committee for a huge contribution made to the development of international ties among veterans, promotion of establishment and development of contacts among organizations of reserve officers. Chairman of the Coordination Council of the Commonwealth of Public Organizations of Independent States Veterans, International Union, Fleet Admiral Alexei Sorokin, Attaché on Defense Issues of the Finland Republic to Russia, Colonel Pentti Forsström, and Deputy Attaché on Defense Issues and the Embassy of the Republic of Poland in Russia, Lieutenant Colonel Jacek Wesołowski, were decorated with the medals. During a friendly, informal conversation, the participants of the meeting focused on a state of the veteran movement in their own countries and its prospects within the context of the international cooperation.
Все мы военные,
We are all servicemen to our cooperation, to our nations, to our families. Our loud threefold. Hooray! 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 A military attache's role is to be a retransmitter between two sides. We have been lucky to arrange a table meeting between both parties. We would like to establish a contact among our veteran associations and reserve officers with Russian similar organizations, and this is what we have already done. Summarizing the results of the event, the participants of the meeting unanimously agreed that within the framework of the International Advisory Committee, such meetings became traditional ones, and came to the conclusion that it was necessary to further making use of organization's potential to implement mutual support of contacts, consultations and interaction on issues of mutual significance. The committee, by the way, was established 2 years ago in the very headquarters. We already have a short history. I think that on the one hand we have something to be proud of, and on the other hand we have every ground to reflect about the future. The next meeting is to take place in 2013 in Almaty, and hopefully there will be more than 30 states there.